Welcome everyone to a journey of enlightenment. Or we can just call it the news. The news is about South Australia and the insanity, the plague that is running through their government. I want to first touch on the gameplay because I did not feel like you would really appreciate just staring at a static screen the whole time or a block of text, because we don't like to read, do we? We like to play games. We like to watch videos. So I'm playing some Call of Duty Black Ops on Kowloon, and I think I said that right. I'm such a noob with Call of Duty. I didn't play much multiplayer when the game first came out, and man, am I late to the game. But I like Call of Duty, and I'm starting to get back into it. I want to get good. I want to be pro, MLG, for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. I'm not nearly as good as guys like XJaws and CNanners and all those guys. Wings of Redemption, not nearly as good as them. Syndicate, gotta throw a shout out to Syndicate, because God, I love his stuff. But, so I'm not as good as them, but I think that my gameplay here is acceptable, and I'm hoping that you guys do not flame me for it, because I do pretty good, just not as good as a lot of people on YouTube. So, it should be good for just background. I do also want to quickly address Harry Potter and all that. All that stuff's going to get finished. Don't worry about it. I'm going to be trying to finish it today. I just want to get up this news video. I've had some technical difficulties. So, now on to the news. If you guys did not know what's going on in South Australia, if you guys are foreign to the subject and you really think that Australia's pro-gaming, you haven't been around. We all remember Left 4 Dead and all the censorship that goes on in Australia. I want to make clear that this is South Australia, not Australia as a whole, but a spokesman for the Attorney General of South Australia said today that no matter the outcome, no matter the decision of a commission that is considering this issue, they will strike down, they will remove the mature 15 plus rating, right? Because nothing's mature. The significance of the removal of the mature 15 plus rating for movies, games, all of this entertainment is not that we won't be able to complain about mature games in Australia anymore, right? Well, every mature game, mature movie will be reclassified as a restricted 18 plus game or movie. What is the significance of that? Because who really gives a shit if there's no consequence to that? I mean, on the face of it, it's kind of stupid that they're getting rid of a mature rating and making it so that, you know, a 16-year-old can no longer play Call of Duty. But what is significant here is a law that was passed last year in South Australia regarding the restriction of the display of restricted 18 plus items. So, the way that they are restricting the display, two ways. Vendors, merchants, Best Buy, GameStop, those kind of stores will have two choices. One, they can set aside a separate R18 plus section, like a porn section, only for violent video games. The absurdity just kills me. It has to be clearly labeled that it's restricted, and it's for adults only, and that goes for films and movies. Or they can be displayed with the rest of the items, but they have to be stripped of all images. So just text, and the size of the text is limited. So no more images on the covers of cases. Sorry, collectors that like their fancy cases, you don't get that anymore. It's incomprehensible to me. As an American, we go through violent video game periods, like with California and that kind of thing. But it's on a different scale in Australia that I just don't comprehend the logic behind it. you have this separate area that's clearly marked. Oh, I forgot. Also on the cases, they have to have a big logo saying that this game can cause offense. And the same thing goes to film, right? And this law is already in place, so R18 plus items have to have it. But what's significant is them wanting to get rid of the mature rating, so all of the mature games, Call of Duty, Assassin's Creed, they will all have a black, solid black cover with white text or something like that. I mean, I guess you could make it rainbow colored and do some fancy stuff with the text, but no more images on the cases unless they are in their own separate areas. And it doesn't stop there, though. I mean, I'm not about to say that if it were to stop there, it's fine, but that's not where it stops. It also enters into regulating advertisement, pamphlets, and just promotional displays on the premises of the stores. So GameStop, Best Buy, they can't have pamphlets, they can't have promotional displays of R18 plus items. So no more displays for pre-ordering Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. And depending on your position, you might be like, yeah, now I don't need to see that shit anymore. But it's absurd, and it's time for the government to, in the words of Michael Caine from Inception, come back to reality. It's sad that we still are constantly talking about whether violent video games turn our youth into serial killers. I do want to say real quick that if a store is caught going against stuff, it's a $5,000 fine. And again, this is just South Australia, and the big significance here is just the striking down of mature 15 plus, because that's a lot of games that won't have cover art or have to be in their own separate violent video game porn aisle. Will it be displayed with porn? I don't understand. If there's viewers in Australia, which I hope there are, I would love to hear from you in the comments about this, because personally, I think that I find it a little scary that people are elected to these positions that have no concept of reality at all. They really feel that Call of Duty, a kid playing Call of Duty, because they're playing Call of Duty, will start shooting people, because that's what they learn in a video game. To me, is as big of a rejection of reality as I'm just arguing against evolution. I mean, I realize that there's studies on this, but it's just disappointing that this argument's still around. So I want to hear from you guys in the comments about this issue. I'm pretty confident that you guys are going to be against the government in South Australia here, but I want to get a debate started, and hopefully we can get this issue out there a little bit more than it already is about what's going on in Australia, so we can get some new people elected there. Stay frosty.